Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, welcome to the Talkity Talk with Jane as me. With me as the amazing host, I am Jane. Nice to meet all of you. So today we're very excited to be inviting our very first guest for the first episode of today's podcast. So this is in fact our very first episode. And without any longer, I want to invite our special, magnificent, amazing, spectacular guest, Marcelino Kurniawan.
Guys, my name is Marcelino,
Hi.
and I'm a proud John Paul School student.
Yes, we're very proud John Paul School.
I'm very happy to be invited here by Jane.
Yes.
So thank you, Jane, for
Yes,
inviting
you're very
me.
welcome. Okay, so this is our actual first podcast, right? Yes. How do you feel? Are you nervous?
Of course, I'm nervous. Like, in fact, my hands are trembling.
Okay,
Right?
don't be. I'm like a very
Yeah,
nice
you can
host.
see
Yeah.
trembling. So
Okay, we're gonna have fun today, Mar. So don't be
It'll be
nervous. So without any longer, let's just get ahead to our podcast. Okay, so today we're gonna be discussing more and talking more about our generation, Gen Z. Okay, folks. So today we're gonna be discussing and talking more about our generation. Our generation, you know what?
Gen Z.
Yeah, Generation Z. I can say that Gen Z are like everywhere now, right?
Yes, of course.
Like the social media, the music, even like slangs or like memes, like it's everywhere now,
Yeah,
right?
we are Gen Z.
Yeah, but like sometimes like I just wonder like what actually really sets apart Gen Z and like from like the other generations, from like the previous generations. Like what do you think really sets it or like differentiate it from other previous generations?
Well, in my opinion, our current generation, Gen Z, is very different from the older generation, as our current generation slangs are more addictive. What I mean by addictive is like when I say a slang, people will laugh, right?
Yeah.
And it makes them happy. And when they are happy, the brain stimulates their mind to release all stress. And people love to be happy. So that's why we keep saying our slangs because it makes them happy. And why it's different from the older generation slangs because the older generation slangs are easily forgotten. And yeah, as you can see, mostly we forgot all the older generation slangs, right? Even we don't use it right now. We use the Gen Z's one. Yes.
Well, it is indeed like very clear that even in communicating, these slangs really play a big role, right? Like when you're talking with your friends or like when you're communicating with others, like it plays a big role in how Gen Z communicates these days, right? You've shared some great insights, but I'm honestly like really kind of like curious about you personally. Like, do you actually use those language, use those slangs in like your everyday life, or when you're communicating with others or your friends? Do you use it daily, or do you use it?
Yeah. I've used it daily. Yeah. You know me and my friends, right?
Yes.
We always talk really dumb stuff, and we sometimes use these slangs like skibidi, signal. Yeah. See, you laugh, right?
Yeah.
So it's very addicting, and it's not bad thing to use it, except if it gets annoying. Like it can get annoying because if you repeatedly saying something
Like
that is
over
over and over,
too much.
yeah, people can get annoyed, right?
Yeah.
So it's better to use it oftenly, but not until it gets annoying. Yeah.
But honestly, like if I often hear like I don't find it annoying honestly, but like I just find it funny and odd how like people always use it because sometimes I don't really know what it actually means. Like example, for example, like skibidi or like sigma.
Yeah.
Like what do you think that those slangs mean? Like for example, sigma or like skibidi. Like what do you think that means?
I think people just use it randomly because it's a slang that actually has no meanings, right? Except sigma. Sigma is you can use it scientifically, like when you are studying science,
Oh,
there
yeah,
is
for,
a
like,
word
math.
sigma. Yeah, there's sigma. but currently we are using it as a slang, so people will laugh, right?
But like, what part of it is fun? Like, what part of it is
I don't know, it's dumb.
Oh yeah, is it? Oh, it's because it's just dumb.
It's just dumb, and it's funny.
Okay. So it's just dumb and it's funny.
Yeah.
And then it's odd.
Yes.
So like, you often use it, and like people will find
Yeah.
funny. Okay, that's
Yeah,
that's
people will
how
laugh.
that's how unique Gen Z are
It's
these
very
days.
unique.
It's interesting to hear how like these lines really actually played a big role in conversations, like like our generation just use it often just because it's funny and it's odd and it's weird, and like even you yourself use it with your friends, right? Because it's unique and it's odd,
Yeah, it's funny.
yeah, and then it makes people happy, like you said.
Mhm.
But like we've heard of trends evolving over time, right? Like it can stay and it can disappear over time, like, right?
Yeah.
Like replaced with others, new ones coming in the future from social media, from TikTok, Instagram, or any other social media platforms. Do you think our future generations will actually be using these slangs later on? Like future generations will be using Sigma or Skibidi as like their common language. Like,
Of course.
like it's not like something. It's not a slang that's unique anymore, but it's a slang that's common. You just use it daily.
Yeah, for me, well, it's kind of hard to say that it will be forgotten easily, right? But the older generation slangs, like they are forgotten now. People mostly use our current generation
Slangs.
Z slangs, and for now, I think it will not be forgotten easily, as we have internet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the internet's algorithm can go crazy. Like, for example, you're searching for something and you will find like 10 posts of it, and 8 out of 10 of the posts that you will see,
Exactly.
yeah, it will have slangs, right? So when time goes by, the internet will recommend this post again, and people will find these slangs in it, so they will regain their memories of the slangs,
And we still keep
and
using
will,
it.
yes, that's right.
Okay, so it's like because it's like on the internet and like it's safe on the internet, so like over time, people just like will be keep
Yeah, they will
like,
keep using
yeah,
it.
they will keep using it, and like yeah,
Except if they get bored. Yeah, people can get bored, right?
exactly. Okay. It impressed me how to know that these slangs may actually like evolve over time too, but like I don't like it's not forgotten easily, right? And like some may actually like just stick around because it's interesting, and like some may just disappear too, right? Because
Yeah,
like
they
people
will.
may get bored of it, right? Even though it's like
Technically, they will disappear at one moment.
because people will get bored
Yeah,
easily,
they will get bored and people will forget.
and then like new ones will
Yeah,
come.
new one will come and replace them.
So like we can conclude how
Hmm?
these slangs are. It differentiates Gen Z from other generations, and then it is often used in communication these days, and even us
Yeah,
personally, like
me,
sometimes,
you,
yeah,
everyone,
sometimes, yes,
every Gen Z
yes.
using, even the older generation.
Yes, like even the older generations are starting
Yeah.
to use these slangs
Yeah,
too, right?
starting to like it.
And then like we can also say these slangs are that interesting and unique
Yeah,
that
well, it's a thing
Uh-huh.
for older generation to communicate with us, right? To use our slangs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then like that actually like proves how these slangs won't just disappear in like a short period of time, right? Because it is even used by older generations right now, right? Okay, that just shows how interesting and how brain rot Gen Z
Yeah, brain
are.
rot.
Yes. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's episode. And okay, do you think like this podcast went well? Like,
Yes.
I think
It really went
discussing
well.
about Gen Z is like really interesting.
Really interesting.
Because like it's been hyping, like it's in the hype right now.
Yeah,
Like,
because we are also a Gen Z.
Yeah,
We're
yes.
discussing ourselves.
Okay, that finally brings us to the end of today's episode. So what do you think? Like, did it went well? I think it's very interesting in like how we discuss about Gen Z.
Yes.
Because like us personally are Gen Z, and it's very interesting to actually discuss about ourselves, right? Like,
Yeah.
because like Gen Z are in the hype right now, and it's hyping these days, right?
We never really discuss ourselves, right?
Yeah.
We discuss other people, not us.
Okay, so a big thank you to our guest once again, the amazing, spectacular, magnificent
Yeah.
Marcelino
Thank you.
for sharing his insights and his experiences of being a Gen Z and using these Gen Z slangs. okay, in his everyday lives. We hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as we did, okay? So until next time, see you everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.